Hello, everyone, and welcome. Welcome to Fundamental Classification Techniques, QMB5400C. My name is Dr. Alan Dennis. I'll be your instructor in this course. Jumping straight in. So, what are we here to talk about? And it turns out it's classification. So you may be asking yourself, well, what is classification? We'll get to that in a moment. This course is around teaching the fundamental concepts associated with classification. Classification came out of machine learning. Machine learning is part of artificial intelligence. The basic idea here is that we're trying to figure out what stuff belongs together and what things are different. The two ways we'll be doing that in this course are classification and clustering, and we'll be using those as examples of how you do machine learning in a real world scenario. So going on a little more, what's classification? So the basic idea is that you're trying to separate things into different groups. You're trying to separate one thing from another. Maybe you've got checkers and you've got some that are red and some are black, and maybe they're in different places and you want to separate them apart. That's an example of classification. It gets more complicated than that because some things aren't always lined up nice and neat. So you have to work on really interesting ways of classifying objects. So the basic idea though is to take a set of things and assign each one of those things to a group, and that group is considered a class. So how do we do it? Well, lots of different ways. We'll cover quite a few of them. We don't necessarily cover all the ones you see on the screen, but we'll do a lot of interesting stuff. This is a cool course. I think you'll enjoy it. Moving on to me. A little bit about myself. I have a doctorate in computer science from Colorado Technical University. My concentration was in big data analytics. I have a master's of computer science from West Virginia University and also a bachelor's from West Virginia University as well in business administration. I have a lovely wife, 4 adult children, 3 grandchildren, soon to have another one. They're on the way. So we live out in the country, middle of nowhere on a farm. You can see it there in the background. That's from down in off of one of the pastures. It's roughly 74 acres and we have way too many animals. Taking a look at the pictures along the bottom of the screen, bottom left is Ollie, a munchkin cat. He was watching cartoons at the time. Uh, Next to that is my wife holding two of the grandbabies and our youngest, sorry, holding one of the youngest grandbabies. That's me in the middle in the funny hat. The youngest grandbaby at Christmas year ago, total stimulus overload. So he was having a good time. Bottom right-hand corner is my wife with Carrot on lead. Carrot is a miniature horse, and that was when we first brought Carrot into the farm. Moving on to about my work and my research interest. I work as an advanced analytics architect. I focus on artificial intelligence, machine learning, and obviously big data. Big data is one of the things that is central to my work in lots of different ways. Also focus in on things like software development, how can we do it better, education, how do we learn and how can we learn better, all things artificial intelligence, including machine learning, speech recognition, intelligent agents, and so on. Internet of Things is a recurring theme as well. And stream processing kind of relates to Internet of Things, and my dissertation actually centered on the application of stream processing and how people make mistakes whenever they're writing those rules that govern a stream processing system. About my day job, what I do day in, day out, I work for a company called Avanade. Avanade is a joint venture that was formed between Microsoft and Accenture back around 2000. I serve as an advanced analytics architect. I focus on pretty much anything that's kind of interesting and kind of unusual. Advanced analytics, artificial intelligence, machine learning. Some of my previous clients' logos, they're on the screen. Done a lot of stuff over the years, made a lot of mistakes, learned a lot of things along the way. So hopefully I can share some of that with you. And the last about me is, well, why do I teach? And part of that is about being able to share my experiences with you, the students, and about the things that I've learned over the years. And hopefully I can help you maybe avoid some of the mistakes I've made and give you a leg up whenever you're dealing with things along the way. I also like to continue learning, and one way to continue learning is to try to teach something. I like to expand my areas of knowledge into areas that I might not necessarily go into otherwise. And also, I really like to give the gift of education, which was given to me by others. Everything I have is because of my education, and I'm quite thankful, and I want to pass that along. A little bit about this course. We're not going to go into much detail here. But the basic idea, you want to pay attention to the deliverables because that's where the points are in this course. You can basically pass the course by doing just the deliverables 1 through 7. Deliverable 7 is your capstone. It's kind of a comprehensive sort of thing. 28% of your grade, the remaining 11% per deliverable 1 through 6, so that's 66%. The last 6% is made up by basically watching live sessions along the way and saying that you watched them and what you learned from them. The grading scale, this is basically a very, very simple one in a lot of ways. It's from 1 to 4 or 0 to 4. 0 is obviously failing. 4 is mastery, and 4 corresponds also to a letter grade of A. You want to shoot for the A. You want to do so by looking at the rubrics along the way and making sure that you're meeting all of those criteria so that you're able to make an A in this course. A little bit about this sort of forum. It's a bit different than some of the other some of the other classes that you may have taken over the years. It's a very engaging experience. I'm to respond to all of your email inquiries within 48 hours. So that basically means within 2 days, I should get back to you with an email. I typically return grades within 1 to 2 days as well, giving you a great deal of feedback and a great deal of accessibility to me to ask me questions along the way. You can email me pretty much at any point. I'll be glad to react to you and respond to you and hopefully help you with whatever you're doing. We'll also be holding these synchronous live sessions that'll be recorded. So in case you can't potentially join, you can certainly watch the recording. But Monday and Wednesday we'll be meeting and you'll be able to join, ask questions, see the information I'm presenting, and so on. It'll be on the course calendar, so feel free to take a look. And also make sure that you include kind of like what course you're taking if you do email me. Give me a little bit of context so that I know, kind of where you're emailing me about. So with that, again, welcome. I look forward to our time together. And as always, if you have any questions, reach out to me. That's what I'm here for.